Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and I still have my allergies. Unfortunately, some things you just cannot avoid, and right now the trees are reproducing like crazy apparently, because I am personally going crazy and I want to ban all of them. It's a good thing we're not playing as the Wild Walkers, otherwise I would probably quit and switch sides to somebody else who does not like the trees. Well, I guess everybody has to go through those kind of periods every now and again, if that everybody has allergy, otherwise it's a lucky person. Because allergies are no fun at all. Either way, we can however go on. There are a few things that we can take care of, and one thing we have to because AI was annoying and decided to attack me, but it's not really a big deal. The enemy only has 4 undead, 1.5 dead as well. I'm really tempted to just auto-bot with this, but I fear I might lose a unit. Well, yellow. Sorry for saying yellow. And apparently, Ramble? That's the last guy expected to go so down on life. The last guy expected to go on life. Alright, well in this case, I'll use my newly conquered city to create a new guy in place of the guy that is almost dead. And in fact, I can buy him out. And I'm tempted to do so, because if I were to make him... Normally it would take me 5 turns. Yeah, I'm not waiting for 5 turns. What I was going to originally do with all of this dust that I have is probably buy out the market in one of those cities. But the cool city which really cares about the sectoral market the most, it's almost done with it. As for other cities, who cares about other cities, right? Either way, yeah, I do want to have my army up and ready and as powerful as possible at all times, so I'm going to do that. And just because I have to stay near the city for one more turn, well, I have no more movement anyway, so I guess I'm staying where I am. Now, another thing is we can actually retrofit the hero, which is fairly important. As you know, I gained the 37, but look at this. It's a tier 2, I put in quotes right there in case you didn't notice. Anyway, it's a tier 2 glass steel crossbow. It gives us an amazing +2 attack and +5 critical. Wow, incredible. Yeah, and you know what? I never actually re-equipped my hero ever since a long time ago. Check out his bow. Yeah, already quite a bit better. And doesn't cost any titanium either. And yeah, doesn't get rid of my flank slayer. So that is the reason why I don't like the quest that gives you the 37. It's useless. It is absolutely and utterly useless. Maybe, just maybe, in the total early game it could be useful-ish, but you'll probably not have the 6 glass to equip it at this stage. And once you do, you'll no longer need it because you have better things to equip. So yeah, not a fan of 37 at all. Sorry for this. You may hear more sniffing and whatnot. I unfortunately do have a running nose and whatnot as a result of my allergies. Hey, what can you do? Alright, and so what we want to do, or at least what I want to do, is give the hero better ammo, because she... I keep saying she. It's a he, for crying out loud. He may look like a she a bit. I guess not from this angle, but a bit. And I still will consider him a she every now and again. And oh, right, Jelly. I have no dust to actually equip him with anything. Yeah, I'm sure I'll discard the changes. Maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to at least give him some accessories and some armor. So first things first, I do want to give those 2 bonuses on an army. This will only cost me strategic resources. It will not cost me dust to equip. It only costs dust to equip iron/dust equipment. Dust equipment you get at the start of era 4, by the way. Alright, so I'll gladly give it those 2 trinkets that increase the power of my entire army, which is nice. And then a better weapon. I'm sorry for a second. Unfortunately, this is something I have to do, and you may expect this more throughout this video. I'm really sorry, but there is no way I can record this video and not have a running nose. It's one or the other, and I figure it's better to record a video and upload it for you instead of not recording it at all, so that's what I did. I really do wish I had a better way of fighting those allergies. I used to have some really severe animal allergies, but I got rid of those over time. I grew up out of them, I guess, which is nice, but now I wish I would do the same thing with trees. Anyway, let's not talk about nonsense. What kind of bow do I want to equip? Well, I cannot really afford equipping iron bow. There are also some wands, by the way, which are probably still invisible. Yeah, they still are, unfortunately, and they do cost me dust to equip, which is not ideal. How about, well, crossbows will also cost me dust, and the reason why, in fact, oh no, those are two-handed, never mind. Do balls cost me dust as well? Yeah, apparently they do. Alright, so I was mistaken right there. So let's reset the changes, and apparently this also costs me stuff to equip. Alright, let's close the screen then. Reopen it and give my hero trinkets and nothing else because I do not have the dust to do anything else. Well, that's good to know. At least she has a trinket. It's a he! At least he has the trinkets now, which are quite useful, as you may of course imagine. And that is a lot of things that happened, and apparently I did manage to kill the Broken Lords that used to live where I am right now. Very nice. I'm rather happy about this because they didn't deserve to be there to begin with, because they were nasty and hobbitses and whatnot. Imps gained population. It's actually becoming a very powerful city that is still working on this pool cellar that has been traded for the last, I have no idea how many years, probably a lot. I don't exactly know how time flows on Ariga, but I'm willing to risk a bet that he's pretty bored by now. And I wouldn't want to be him. Alright, what have I made? A rumbler and a seed storage, no biggie right there. My army is still here, waiting to engage with the enemy army. Well, I might as well do it. For crying out loud, it's this back again. Well, costed me some movement points. Oh well, I guess I'll have to deal with it. Auto bottle, no way I'm taking any damage right here. I think my rumbler did actually, but I might just be imagining things, which doesn't matter honestly, since I do have another rumbler that I am intending to use. So, let's first things first, let's discover those ruins. And hey look, this army does not have a hero with Indiana Bones, and it actually discovered something. Looky here. What an incredible coincidence. No, I don't believe in this kind of coincidence. Anyway, unfortunately I cannot move this Rambler into this army, understand, just because, well, just because I do not have the movement for this Rambler to move him out of this army, so that's something I did not really think through beforehand. I should have done so differently, but that's okay, it's not a very big deal anyway. Let's finish this turn, and then let us unassemble this Rambler, leave him in our city so he can defend it. Oh, actually, I have so many range units, I might get rid of the Marine instead. It's a nice marina, yeah, but in all fairnessness, I could use some extra meat when fighting the enemy that I'm going to fight. Oh, for crying out loud, again, whatever. So I could use some extra meat, plus I already think I have enough ranged damage. And the problem with range damage is that if you have too many of those ranged units, they will struggle to be able to fight the enemy, because they will be in each other's way, standing in front of each other, and you know, it's not an ideal situation. Of course, same can be applied to melee units, that's why you want to have a healthy balance of both melee and ranged units. Alright, let's continue moving along. I'll scatter on this area, it's probably unpopulated though. And, oh wow. Looks like, oh, have the Broken Lords re-expanded? No, I think they still have what they used to. I'm not actually sure if the AI is physically capable of re-expanding into regions that it lost in the past, because I've never seen AI do it. Maybe it just needs a lot of time, but maybe it's something that is not implemented yet. Either way, it's something to look out for. And have those ended being here before? I guess they have, because otherwise I would gain a notification. Anyway, Hayframe, gain more population, that's good. Radata is slowly but surely, not entirely actually, gaining more people to fight those guys, it's okay. And Imps is about to be attacked, alright. If I lose it, it's not a very big deal, I'll be entirely honest with you, because I have so many cities right now, I don't even know what to do with them. Alright, let's have a quick look at the tech, because there's something I don't quite understand. Yeah, I already started working on the mercenary market, which is nice, mercenaries are cool and all, but it was a mistake. Since right now you cannot stop researching something because you lose your progress, I will not stop researching that, but what I ultimately should have done is quite simply... Wait a second, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I remember. It's quite simply go for bread and circuses, because my exposure disapprovals are going to go crazy now, and we don't really want this to happen. Hera 4. It would be nice if I could finally record you on video. It really would be. It also feels... I actually don't remember. I would have to load in some different types of saves, but it does suddenly feel like Era 4 right now has a lot less technologies than it used to in a non-public version. I'm just imagining things, but I swear I was able to make more things. I never really thought about this. I was just in the Era 4, I was there, I'm doing things. But now I'm just thinking, is there something that is not here? I don't remember, it has been a very, very long time. I mean, several months since I've played those older versions. And keep in mind, I do not have access to those per se. I have the access to the newest non-publicly available version, and that's about it. Just saying, in case you were wondering. Alright, so those Marines, actually I probably don't want to keep them in Hayframe because it's unlikely anybody will come nearby. I want to instead assimilate, no, not assimilate, amass an army somewhere else, like in this region. How is it called? Brian? Come on. Sharan, almost like Brianna. Alright, so I want to assimilate an army over here, Ish. The use of Ish is intended, and I'll combine it with the forces I'm making a cool city, and then I'll try to recover Imps. The enemy does have a lot of flyers, and added are not the best against Necrodrones, just because Necrodrones, well, they will one hit kill will end it probably most of the time, I assume. So I don't really want to use those. Instead, what I could use is more Ramblers and some more Marines. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry I'm recording this, but pausing the video every time I have to do this would be slightly, you know, worthless, but I can still talk, right? Kinda-ish, when I'm doing this kind of thing. Which is something that you would lose if I were pausing the video. Then again, I also realized that it's probably not the most exciting content you can have. Maybe I should be pausing the video right there, I'm not too sure. Anyway, you are just doing fine, your aims, I do not really care too much about you now. Have I, I'm pretty sure I did retrofit my units, let's have a quick check. Yes, I did. Yeah, they're fine, I do not need any more changes. I am tempted to give Marines some better equipment, and some rare equipment, but with their iron stuff, they are already doing quite well, I would say. And I do not need anything more, they're fair, that's what I said. And that's exactly what I mean. Alright then, so I have two options. I either go for the kill and try to kill the Necrophages, which, in my opinion, it would be kind of cheap, because, yeah, I'd conquer the city, and I'm pretty sure I would, because Necrophages usually don't defend their cities. And suddenly, all those Necrophages armies that there are plenty of over here, I bet, would disappear. Not very realistic, so I'd much rather do it in a proper way of going back to Imps, clearing this army that is trying to siege it, and then reclaiming all the Blues land one by one, until finally finishing it off on a positive note by destroying the Necrophages, which I like, I have to be entirely honest with you. Because Necrophages, they were my first opponent. And, you know, memories and stuff. Alright, bunch of ended in Olradan. I actually think I can assimilate a secondary army that will be very powerful if I'm murdered somewhere. Let's go somewhere safe, quite far away from the enemy influence. So let's go like to this area-ish. Yeah, like so. Cool city, you can also create an army and send it right there. It's actually... combining all those units from all those different cities is actually kind of nice, because it turns out I have a lot of them. And you know what, since I'll clear Imps on my own with my main army, I might as well assemble somewhere further down the south and help the other city that is currently besieged, and that is Redouta. So let's do just that. Let's send this army like over here-ish. Yeah, this forest will be where I will assemble my forces. So, no, not you. Not you, I said, I'm trying to click on you, there we go. Where's the forest? There's the forest. You will take 5 turns, the other guy will take 8. Quite a long time, but I'm not willing to waste strategic resources to teleport one guy. I mean, I'd much rather just have him not in my army instead, because it's just simply cheaper. Speaking of not teleporting, I probably should have teleported my army from Hayframe to Imps, but it's a bit late for that now. I'm not turning around and wasting some more titanium, because what's the point? Instead, what I'm going to do is have a quick look at my cities, which has the lowest approval. That would be the Hayframe. It is working on Central Market, but it would take still quite some time, quite a time. Good job, Pancake. And I can't actually speed up the production, so that's something good to know. I will probably speed up the production of Deep Generator, just because it's good and it will help the city in general. But before I do just that, I do want to re-equip my hero with whatever I can, and that being a better weapon. So first things first, what kind of bow do you want? Do I want a Adamantium bow for 13 damage and a bunch of stuff, other stuff, or Paladin bow? Paladin bow, you know me, I like the damage. And besides, this bow kind of looks like my real life bow. I mean, it is more stylized, sure, but yeah, it's nothing that special. It's something that I could definitely see being used in real world, no doubt about that. It isn't exactly exotic, but this bow, it still has the correct shape. It's something I could imagine being used in modern world, Well, not necessarily modern, although in sports and for hobbyists like me, surely. But just those straps right there, yeah, they are adorable. I like them, I do. Either way, yeah, I'll go ahead and apply those changes. It does cost me a little bit of palladium and it's some gold, I mean dust, not a very big deal. Let's go ahead and end at 10. And think what we are going to do next. Well, Winter Shelter is about to be done, so next faction quest will be revealed to us. And meanwhile, oh, somebody caught my army off guard. Where? Oh no, it's not catching my army off guard. It's people at Rodata actually got impatient and actually are trying to besiege the city. Alright, and do you want to go into manual? No. AI effed me over like this in the past, so I'll do it the same. I'll auto battle because the AI will basically ignore all the reinforcements in its consideration about how this battle is going to go, despite the fact that they are still very valid units that appear for the most part at the start of the battle. Not all of them at once, but still, that's a lot of extra units that the enemy would get. And I'm pretty sure that no matter what, I will lose this fight, so I might as well auto it. Let's go ahead, see how it goes, and yeah, look at that! Look at how many people are killed. Surely I would be able to kill quite a few of them, I don't really have a doubt about that, but I think the AI overestimated the power of my army. Unless I got a lucky shot of this and then maybe. Anyway, I feel good about this because it feels like I got revenge for what AI did to me countless times, but enemy now controls Rodata. Do I care too much? Not really. It was my bordering city, however, which makes me slightly worried for Cool City. But it's okay, because we are in fact assembling an army. So, first things first, let's move into the woods and have other armies also join up with this. You go like here-ish, actually, just go here. And our last student, which will be obviously very, very light, but let's try to keep moving anyway. And that's all good. Alright, now as for my main army, yeah, it's still going to continue walking to it. Hopefully making it before the enemy does try to besiege my city. Anything else that is still left with movement point? Yes, but this army I'm not moving anywhere. Alright then, I think I can end this turn quite safely, and we'll get actually access to mercenaries. And hopefully this time will work so I can show you how they work, but I'm sure that by now you have a very good idea of how they work and how to use them. Various gain population? Okay, no, I don't really care, but it's fine. Why are you working science? Instead work on... Well, to be entirely honest, I think you should just work on dust. Actually, I don't think I really need more armies right now. What do I need? Do I need more influence? Well, I probably will need more influence if I want to go for a good empire plan. And you know what? I might. So let's just start assimilating as much influence as possible. 18 from the city, and we'll try to see if we can gain more soon. And with this influence, what we'll be able to do? Well, first things first, we'll need it because we have more cities now, so everything is more expensive. Secondly, well, I could go for some warmonger stuff. For example, +4 movement on the city. Yeah, that would be nice. But I wouldn't want to get rid of those bonuses. However, what I could consider doing is going all in with the aggression. So doing something like this to get extra attack and extra movement speed. Oh yeah, that would be crazy and sick, and I would like it. So yeah, let's just start amassing influence and see how much I can gain. I also make other cities work on this as well, just in case. Alright then, apparently this guy will take forever. I'm not sure why, because I do have all the required resources to actually make him. He apparently does not want to actually... Oh, right, I lost access to Ramblers because I lost the city that was giving them to me. Well, that is fairly bad. What I can do instead is go for Unended or make a Titan, but Titans are worthless, so I'm not going to. Well, I do need some meat, however. So I might consider changing my mind, but then again, my armies already have 1 Rambler, 2... No, only 1 Rambler. That's not a lot of meat, I have to admit. Alright, let us reinforce or rather retrofit the Titan, why not? Dear sir, you are pathetic, but I'll still do good for you. So let's have a quick look at the weapons. I can either go for this, which gives me extra survivability. And how does it look? It looks hilarious, because it's so tiny and puny and whatnot. Or I could go for that, which gives me a lot more damage, but does increase my survivability. So, usually I like to go for pure damage. Besides this thing, I think it looks... No, it still looks very puny, and it actually, this guy is not even holding it in his hand, so it's not good. Alternatively, I can go for something different, like claws. Claws are actually a decent alternative. Well, I mean, those deal more damage than this hammer, don't they? Yeah, they do actually deal more damage, so I'll gain that, and I'll still gain the defensive bonus. In fact, why would you want to go for the hammer if you can go for those claws? I guess because the hammer gives warrior slay, I'm not too sure. Or I could go for the other alternative claws using Palladian. It does give me a lot more damage, but again, do not exactly increase my survivability. However, because claws are actually... Wait, they are two-handed. Oh, and the hammer is one-handed, I see. Well, in this case, I'll go for the hammer with the extra defense, even though it looks ridiculous. And then I'll also go for a shield. What kind of shield? Well... Again, I'll probably go for a shield with extra defense. So this guy is a lot more tanky right now. He looks really weird, I'll be entirely honest with you. I mean, his equipment doesn't fit his outfit at all. But I guess this will be probably fixed in the future once you know, defensible equipment that is actually reflected on the unit's model. Then I guess it will be different. Anyway, we will deal with that. Let's apply the changes that I want to make him. I do kind of hate the Titans, but I guess I might as well make one. Maybe we'll speed him up, but before I do anything of the sort, I do actually have the mercenaries. So let's have a quick look at what we have available. That is expensive. They do have some really nice units. I mean, level 7 Vine Snakes. I like that. Those guys are amazing. A ton of life. They are pretty much unkillable. Not a lot of defense compared to some other guys like Ramblers, but still, their life alone is incredible. The attack is pretty nice. 39, nothing to sniff at. I mean, compared to Ramblers, they have less. Those guys, they have more, but they're kind of glass cannon, and the demons, they also have actually more, but the demons are also a little bit on the glass cannon side. Those guys, however, a lot of attack, and they attack everybody around them as well, which can be significant. Also, critical is pretty nice. Initiative is okay. And they have more movement than, for example, undead or demons. For some reason, even though it doesn't make too much sense. So once they drop in price, and they will at some point, I will gladly buy them out. Right now, however, I cannot also look at those beauties. Oh, I like them, I really do. Either way, I think there's no point in saving my dust for them, because until they drop in price, I will not be able to hire them anyway without spending a ton of resources on them. So let's just buy out our Titan, there we go, and this will be our meat for our secondary armies. So there's that, Yudu says you go ahead and join up with this army, because you can. Now this army is maxed out with a bunch of undead and only 2 marines, but it's still fairly powerful. And what I'm going to do with it is actually start moving in this general direction. Like so, I think, because I want to intercept any Broken Lord's armies that might stumble, that might just happen to be nearby. Meanwhile, my hero still isn't capable of doing anything, so we'll end instead. And we'll go ahead and attack the Necrodros, and in the meantime, our faction quest has finished. Which is nice, we gained a bunch of data and again 60 Moonleaf. And it is enough to actually use it, which is nice, and it is also going to be a very nice boost of science, which we don't really care about, since right now it's all war or nothing scenario, but it's okay. Now we need to make some barrow streets in this particular city of Ashrask. Fairly annoying, because it's hard to make barrow cities in a city that already has some, and this city has how many barrow streets? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it will be difficult because at the start of the game you need 1 population for 1 barrow streets, but then the cost increases. I don't remember exactly by how much, but it does increase. It's a little bit difficult to gain 3 new barrow streets in this city. I'm not sure if raising the old ones and making new ones will actually work. It's an interesting concept. I might... Wait, it doesn't work because I cannot raise barrows. Actually, can I? I never tried. Let's just have a quick look and check for science. Go into my improvements and barrow streets. No, I cannot raise barrow streets. When they are made, and I cannot do anything about them without burning the city down. That's good to know. So this quest, pretty much you know, beatable, because it will be very difficult for me to finish it. Orchard is really nice, don't get me wrong, but 3 more barrow streets ain't gonna happen, I'm afraid. Oh well, at the very least we tried. Now let us go ahead and attack this army with our main hero army. And we'll see what use I can make of this choke point. We'll go into manual, and this will be the last fight of this video. Since I do want to upload it, of course, as usual. I mean, I always want to upload my videos. I don't record them just to have them sit on my computer. That would be annoying and stupid, wouldn't it? I have actually one video, my very first ever made video on my PC, which is still sitting on my desktop with no voice, just me playing some Need for Speed, I believe, recorded using some really bad software that was also cutting me out every several seconds or something, so I'd have to restart as well. I don't think it was actually Fraps, I think it was something else. Yeah, that was hilarious. I still have this video, as you know, I'm a bit of a token of the old towns that are now gone, thankfully. Anyway, I think it's good. Let us ready up. I like this position. First things first, I forgot to make my units hold their ground again. So let's just do it quickly now, because I'm stupid apparently. And Yudio says, yeah, you hold your ground, and Yudio say, also hold your ground. Now the problem with that is fairly simple. Those guys will be attacked by the Necrodrones. So what I'll probably do instead is move them up to the high ground so they can attack this Necrodrone and damage the nearby ones as well. And I'll probably also move this guy forward like so that he can block this air entrance. And well, he will not block this entrance. The Necrodrones will be able to walk through here, but they will die before they actually reach my ranged units. I'm pretty sure of that, so I'm okay with this. Those units will be a little bit exposed, but I'm also still okay with that. Let's go ahead and start the battle. My hero is going to open up, and with her, it's a he! With his new bow, he's going to be able to dish out quite a decent amount of damage. And will my Rambler one-hit kill those Necrodrones? Don't tell me he did. Don't tell me he of course just did, so now my Necrodrones will not be able to also damage those. No, so now my undead will not be able to also damage those Necrodrones right there. Fairly annoying, but I guess there's much we can do about that. Alrighty then. And my Rambler actually just died. That was unsettlingly fast, but I guess he did have not a lot of HP, which is something I didn't kind of account for. Anyway, and they're going to survive one attack, which is kind of surprising and kind of good as well, but they're going to die after the second one. I guess I should have kept it further back, but I was really tempted by the opportunity of being able to dish out some additional damage. Also, this guy, I couldn't fail but notice he did not actually attack. Not very nice of him, is it? No, it is not. Either way, the Necrodrones will not be able to deal any more damage to me this time, except for those guys perhaps. So I'll just let you watch it, and while you're watching this, I'm going to actually drink a bit of juice. Oh yeah! I bet you figured out I will never ever drink juice on camera ever again, which is a little bit difficult right now because it's fighting me, resisting me. And, oh, targeting friends? Yeah, just be my guest, do anything. You, everybody just attack something you feel like killing today. It's free day for you today, you can kill whatever you want. Just charge it forward, I don't care. I want to drink some juice because I haven't done so in ages. It's nice, it's really cold, just like I like it, and it will probably help me ignore or rather mitigate some of the annoyances of allergy, because having allergy not only gives you running nose, it's also a little bit annoying, especially down the throat. So, cheers, or rather, gambe, as the Koreans tend to say it, except it's more like kambe, except not like this. I'm not sure, I haven't had too much of a chance to actually say this. Anyway, I should drink up before the battle finishes. That's a good juice. Anyway, my Rambler actually was capable of getting his swipe across, which is really nice. Finished off the battle quickly for us. And now we can end the video. Ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Spammer, also known as the guy with the allergies. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online.